see this? See all the steam coming out of my ears? I've been on Facebook for about an hour. Scrolling down, looking at all my friends' posts, looking at comment sections, looking at what's left of social media after this election, and I'm so frustrated I don't even know how to express myself. It seems that somehow they stole from us the ability to connect to one another. And I think that's the most important thing social media brought us to begin with, was an ability to connect with one another. You know, I'm not just Uncle Bubba because I like to make jokes and I like to do stupid videos when I'm feeling good. I'm Uncle Bubba because I love you guys. I love each and every one of you people. I love the people that I know. I love the people that I've had a beer with. I love the people that I might not ever meet. I love the people. I love every chance, every opportunity I have for an interaction. And that's exactly what we need now. We don't need memes. We don't need little snippets, little news. We don't need headlines. What we need is interaction. We need to go out there and we need to find somebody that's outside of our cultural norm. We need to find somebody that would make us feel uncomfortable and kick off that cognitive dissonance and step over and shake a hand. We need to learn a little bit about the people around us, because all we see is labels. All we see is labels, and then what are we left with? Preconceptions and presuppositions about people that we've never even met. And you know what? They are just people. They wake up and they're happy to be breathing, just like you and me. They want the best for their lives, just like you and me. We're at a dangerous point and a dangerous time here in America. As you can hear my cat trying to climb up the wall. Unfortunately, like me, he's kind of fat and doesn't make it over vertical surfaces very easily. But my point being is that we need to be excellent to each other. We need to show a little bit of love, a little bit of compassion. And all of that love and compassion, it can't be dependent upon whether or not that person shares your ideological view. It needs to be on the fact that that person is also a person. And by the very nature of their consciousness and the fact that they are alive, then they should be granted a certain amount of respect. Natural law. You don't hurt me. I don't hurt you. I don't do anything that impedes your freedom. You don't do anything that impedes my freedom. You know, I mean, it's not very complicated. And all we need to do is just to be able to look at somebody else and see ourselves in them. Take your consciousness for a moment and pretend that you're looking out of their eyes. And then come back and then bathe in the presuppositions that you have for that person. You might be able to for a moment understand that there's no difference. There's no difference. Now we have a country that's completely and entirely divided. And it's divided along two party lines, two ideas, two ideologies that are like concrete walls that people butt their heads up against and can't get through, but they're immaterial. They're nothing but ideas. They're ideas that most of us were indoctrinated into before we even understood what politics were. If it wasn't for the fact that if we weren't indoctrinated then we were indoctrinated by the people that are already following that ideology, and then we listen to them talk and we listen to their ideas and then we adopt their way of thinking. But how many of us can say that we have gained our views because we have sat down there and through critical thought and analysis and fact checking and felt as though this is the direction I'd like to go. This is the person I want to support because this is what means the most to me. I'm afraid that there's going to only be a small percentage of us. I mean, and we're all guilty of it. But in this case, we are hurting people. We are hurting people, ourselves, our family members, our friends. Friends are coming up. People are giving up on relationships, and family members are saying horrible things to each other, and it's just ugly. Man, go out and shake somebody's hand. Go out and hug somebody tomorrow. Go out and talk to somebody that doesn't believe the same as you do. Get outside of your cultural bubble, man. Expand things, because if that keeps going like this, the separation is just going to get deeper and deeper and deeper, and it's exactly what they want. And one day, we're going to need to all come together. We're going to need to all come together for our own good. And when we do that, we need to know that we're looking at another human being in front of us, so we can lock arms with that human being, be it black, white, yellow, red, and lock arms with the ones next to us and march forward to protect what we have. And when that fight comes, and I don't know what it's going to be or how it's going to be, but someday we as a people are going to need to stand up and protect ourselves, and this is no call to arms, or this is no call to revolution. I'm just saying that the way the world goes, we're not going to be able to stand by ourselves. We're not going to be able to. Our ideologies are not going to protect us, and one day you're going to need that person across from you that might be wearing a turban. You know, I mean, and you're going to need that person across from you that might have immigrated from Mexico. One day you're going to need that person that has dark skin and makes you feel untrustworthy. And one day you're going to need that white person that you feel has probably already made decisions about your worth before even having said a word to him. All of these things mean nothing in the face of the fact that we are beautiful, isolate individuals, each and every one of us unique. And if we could just embrace that, embrace one another, then we could clean up this fucking mess around us on Facebook and start using it for what it could be used for. And that would be the harmonious exchange of information for the betterment of each and every one of us using this site. That's the long and short of it. It's a long video, and I hope you paid attention. And if you got this far, you know, here's a free remote control. Call the number on the bottom of the screen, and we'll send it to you just as soon as possible. This is Uncle Bubba signing out, man. I just had to vent a little bit, you know. So I wish the best to you. I love you. Be excellent to each other.